Don't you want skill? Don't you want speed? Jeff Flashel, to me, he's got the old school mentality of finish your checks, get in front of the net, play the game the way it's been played for all these years, and you'll get results because that's proven.
Right.
But he's also saying, but you're more talented than this veteran. So I don't want to hear about paying dues. I don't want to hear about waiting your turn. If I'm the GM of Team Canada, I'm looking at Celebrini and Bedard at the top of the scoring sheet, knowing that for both those teams, they're the primary player that the other team worries about, and they still have not been stopped. So with that in mind, there's nothing that makes me think that they're going to get on international ice and all of a sudden, oh my God, what can we don't know how to play at this level. Of course they do. They will be absolutely fine. And look, I know there's a lot of pride that goes into winning medals, and there's a lot of pride that goes into competing in the Olympics, but make no mistake, this is also an opportunity to grow the NHL. Think about what those Vancouver games did for the NHL in terms of a popularity boost. Was it short-lived? Probably, but it's the same thing when the World Cup of Soccer happens, is you gain a whole bunch of people suddenly get into soccer, right? Like, oh man, that was awesome. This is me. I'm going to choose my Premier League team. I'm going to really get into it. And then I do it for a year or two. And then I okay, it lingers off a little bit. I get busy. But if 20% of those people like me hung on and stayed as diehard new soccer fans, it's great. The NHL has the same opportunity at the Olympics to gain new fans. And who is going to get eyeballs on TVs? Connor Bedard and Macklin Celebrini or Mark Stone and Sam Bennett? Come on.
Yeah, I think if you're going by who's got the hot ticket, that's who you want to go with. I don't want to step all over your point here, but this year's Olympics will be on NHL ice.
Oh,
well, it was on NHL ice in Vancouver and Beijing. But I think even outside of the point of the size of the ice and how it changes how you want the lineup to go, you want those players. I still think you want those players.
Right.
You want Celebrini.
I mean, it does
Bedard.
give Bennett and those guys a little more value.
Sure, but I think do you look at the tournament as, do you look at it as a 7-game series, like a playoff, like a NHL playoff style thing where it's just like by the time we get to games 5, 6, and 7, this team's going to be beat down? No, you're playing different teams every game.
Right.
So, and it's what, maximum 8 games if you play for a medal. So like there is value in having those types of players when you want to maybe match up against other teams that are maybe play that style or are bigger. But I think you still need your best players, your most skilled players to be there. And then you figure it out from there. I think of, what was it, might have been again the 2010 Olympic team for Canada. But you had Rick Nash playing on the fourth line. Is Rick Nash a fourth liner in his career ever?
Nope.
Not until the end when he was with Boston. But you have guys that they're at the tops of their games, and then they fall in line. I don't know. I think if you're constructing the roster to be like, we need penalty killers and we need power forwards, and then we'll have 6 guys that are top end skilled and all that stuff. Like I think you're setting yourself. That's what USA did for the World Cup of Hockey when John Tortorella was at the charge of it. Big surprise that it didn't work out. But they were like, we need Justin Abdelkader, and we need freaking, who else was on that team? Yeah, it was a group that was just like, no, this isn't going to work. They were going to
we're not going to make a fantasy team. We're going to build a team that can win and play together and
play 4 games. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's exactly like you want to. I don't know. I'm in favor of for an Olympic team, you need to have the players that are at the tops of their games, and you gotta look at who is best on best, who's going to match up. And sure, there's a little credence to the guys being able to handle the moment, but Celebrini and Bedard have been on the World Junior stage. Yep. They've been on the international stage before for Team Canada for the World Championships. They've been there. I know, and you know what? It's been 12 years since we've had Olympic hockey. So there's going to be guys that are on all of these teams that have never played Olympic hockey before.
Right.
So, you can have Crosby and Marchand and all those guys, but you still, I still think you can take both of them, and you're not going to be wrong.
But I think there's some sort of concern from the people in charge, the 4 Nations was a war of attrition. It's not. This is the Olympics. It's different. The rules are different. The game is different.
You're not going to get the Team USA, Team Canada group stage game that you got.
No,
at
you're
Four
not.
Nations at
You're
the
not.
Olympics.
Skill is going to win this thing at the Olympics and bring the skilled players. Let's go.